Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, straight out of Monstropolis, Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah, Dan.
What up?
Hey, the boys were pumped with how serious you took Wisnowski's break.
Wazowski.
I'm sorry.
Mike.
I am so sorry. The boys are very thankful for how you went about doing your job last night, as if you were calling an actual game. They're very appreciative. Ty said he laughed out loud numerous times listening to you break down both Sully and Wazowski's football play.
Ty texted me in the middle of the game. He's like, "Why the something aren't the Eagles chipping? No, why aren't the Eagles chipping Sully?" He's like, "What's going on with it?" So, dude, I had fun with it. I honestly think, I don't know, I tried not to take it too football serious, but it was every play. I was like, I'd throw it to Mike Wazowski. I'd throw it to Mike Wazowski.
All right.
It's a strategy.
Hey, what do you think of the game? Have you seen the actual game? I don't know how this works.
Wazowski didn't play, actually.
Yeah. He had 4 turns. Go ahead.
Yeah, dude, I would tell you, honestly, the monsters element of it, my wife sent me 3 videos of my son Madden just losing his mind. I really only do it because of my son Madden, because he loved, with his autism, this is his favorite thing in the world. And for example, he woke up this morning, who won the game? And he's become very passionate about the Eagles. So it's hey, dude, they lost in overtime. And he was starting to get angry. I was like, but in Monstropolis, Mike Wazowski and the Eagles won because the chair canisters. And he was like, oh, okay, good. So it was fun. It was fun. Football-wise, I've watched the tape, yes. I actually like a lot of the things that the Eagles did offensively. Right. I was more okay.
No, go on, Dan. Okay. This is very Orlovsky monstrosity.
Wazowski tape, though?
What's that?
I was much more encouraged from the Eagles offense last night than I was many games this year.
From the play calls, the offense, or not Jalen? Just the play calls or everything?
Just the play calls, the style of offense. They were way more scheme diverse. They had way more route options. There were guys open more consistently last night than there have been all season. Now, are there things that you sit there and go, gotta fix? Yes. The first interception, that is the chaos play, where it's the pick, the fumble, all that stuff. I would say this is, once again, it's very similar to the Chicago play of last week. This plays bananas. But if you remember the Chicago play of last week where Jalen Hurts and Devontae are on different pages, and they missed that touchdown, it's almost the same exact thing. One, it's empty. There's no backs in the backfield. The defense pressures it. Jalen throws it to A.J. Brown, and I would sit there and say, Jalen, this is the second week in a row. We're in empty. Defense pressures. There's nobody in the middle of the field 20 yards deep. If you get to the line, we got to be able to see that and say, no, I'm not throwing, because they drop a defensive tackle out. So one, you got to grow in kind of really what the answer is for empty. Yes, that. The second pick, it's on Devontae Smith. He falls on the curl. That's where the ball should get thrown 100% of the time. 100 out of 100 times that ball gets thrown there. Good play by the DB.
Great play.
That pick's on Devontae Smith. The third pick goes off A.J. Brown's hands. People are calling it a hospital ball. I call it a tight window throw. Would I like it to be 6 inches lower? Absolutely. Should A.J. Brown catch it? Absolutely. And then the final pick, it's a forced throw. Yeah, so I'm putting that one on Jalen Hurts. Probably hand the RPO off in that situation. But other than that, dude, I thought the play action game was a lot better. There's a missed touchdown throw on a post route that he's got that he doesn't pull. So I walk away watching that tape going, I'm more encouraged about the Eagles' potential offensively than I was over the last 4 or 5 weeks, just because it was the most diverse scheme that they've presented, and I think there's a lot of good to build off of.
All right, well, we appreciate that analysis. So he had 2 picks and a fumble, but obviously one of those picks and a fumble came on the same play in your eyes. The team had the other 2 picks that lead to the 5 total turnovers for the Philadelphia Eagles. But you liked how they're using space. You liked how Batula was calling a little bit of a surprising game. You like seeing Saquon in a wide ass open off the tush-push kind of decoy. We like seeing that because that was like reminiscent of last year. I like hearing that you say you like more stuff because, boy, watching Saquon do that took me back to the good old days with this Philadelphia Eagles team.
Yeah.
Last year. Him in the nobody around him. The camera even was like, oh, yeah, we were doing this last year all the time. It felt like it was, a trip back in time. And then, they lose.
You'll see more of the rest of the season, though, with their schedule to finish out.
Yeah, I think some of the runs were really good. I would have run it more. I will reiterate for the 3 billionth time this year, go under center more. Stop living in the shotgun if you're not going to run the quarterback. Or go heavy RPO, put the quarterback under center more. But I know it's a loss, and I know that the stat line and Jalen at the end of the day poor. Yes, I think that there's a lot of good that can be built off just kind of at least the X's and O's part of what they did. What's this? Jalen Hurts. Yeah, there's too much shotgun. It makes me sick.
All right. Well, get better, okay? Because we need you. You're having a great season. What do you think about Phil Rivers potentially being a quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts? I didn't like the way your NFL Live, Emmy Award-winning Super NFL crew reacted to the news last night. Now, Scott Van Pelt obviously trying to do his best to do his thing. Jason Kelsey, Ryan Clark, Swagoo.
Yeah, Swagoo is not happy.
Swagoo.
Dumbfounded.
Just an immediate, and Troy saying, I think I could give you 1 game if I had to. I'm not taking a pay cut. Well, if that's what you're worried about, Troy, we're not worried about you. Okay, if that's what you're thinking about. But on that note, Troy, if you can spin it, you look super healthy right now. And I know you've been drinking healthy beer. Maybe you can do it. He knows the offense. We're going into week 15. Okay, so there's a lot of conversation about what quarterback should the Colts think about signing because obviously our backup quarterback for a large portion of that game last week in Jacksonville was Tyler Warren. So we have Rippon on the practice squad. They worked out a bunch of quarterbacks, including Phil Rivers. I think Sam Ehlinger was also a part of the workout. He, with the Colts the last 3-4 years, knows the offense. I think that's the most important thing at this stage. Now, Phil Rivers, he was playing with T.Y.
What?
Phil Rivers is currently a semifinalist for the Hall of Fame, which means you haven't played in 5 years. So, that means he has not played football in the NFL in 5 years, not taken a snap, has not gotten hit, has not done a practice, has not done any of that, which is why he's up for the Hall of Fame, which if he was to do that again in play, he would push the Hall of Fame another 5 years, which Phil Rivers might still be playing them. We're not 100% sure. Dan, your thoughts on Phil Rivers, because I'll say this, knows the offense, okay? Shane Steichen was with him in Los Angeles, as was Frank, which is why it was the decision made years ago for him to come here. He can definitely still spin it. We know his high school football team won the state championship, lost that game.
Okay.
So he's been around it. He's been winning. He's got 10 kids now and a grandbaby. What do you think about Phil Rivers potentially being a quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts and leading them to the playoffs? Thank you.
Yeah, if Riley Leonard is healthy, I would go with Riley Leonard. I don't know what that looks like. I actually thought Riley played pretty darn well given the circumstances last week and threw it well. God bless Philip, 44. I have no idea how he is capable of even doing an NFL workout, let alone going and playing in an NFL game.
Built different.
Leading him to the playoffs feels like a stretch.
What?
I'm fascinated the fact that he actually is entertaining this, let alone it might actually happen. 44 years old, dude. I'm flabbergasted.
That never happened before in the NFL.
Well, hold on. There has been 44-plus-year-olds that played.
Testaverde?
Not only him, Steve DeBerg. You remember how he could spin the ball? Steve DeBerg was all over the place. He's 44. Tom Brady was 45. And then let's not forget Western Pennsylvania legend George Blanda. Now, he didn't start, but he was 48 years old on that football field making plays. One of his final games, he had 3 passes. 3 pass attempts. He was also the kicker. Nope, 1 completion, 1 interception, and 1 incompletion. But
Slinging it, though.
2 out of 3 of them didn't touch the ground. And that's what 48-year-old George Blanda was able to do back in the day without the modern science. Warren Moon, obviously a little bit more mobile maybe than Philip Rivers, but also Warren Moon, absolute dog, could still play right now, Warren Moon, if he had to. So I appreciate that. And then you put Phil right up there. That makes sense. It's happened before, Dan. Just because you can't do it. Okay, doesn't mean
I can't do it. Yeah,
Steve DeBerg could do it. Phil Rivers can't do it. You don't think he stays young? I think he's got a 2-year-old at home.
Yeah, he does.
He's staying young.
Where's Drew Brees right now?
Yeah,
that booth.
I mean, he's still 44 years old, man.
I'm
Still
38.
44, dude.
I'm 38, and I thought about it. And then I remember they're probably going to drug test me on the way in. Yeah. It's like, well.
You wouldn't pass?
Might as well not hurt my shoulder. Go ahead and fail that thing. All right, you're the man. Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Orlovsky.
Dan.